Clarence Thomas. I'm a third generation longshore worker, retired, past Secretary Treasurer of International Longshore Warehouse Union Local 10. I just want to respond to the questions that were just asked of the previous speaker, because what it suggests to me is that the narrative that is being played out here is the narrative of the billionaire. First and foremost, John Fisher is not a shipping or a stevedoring company owner. He is an industrialist. He owns the Gap. He's a supporter of charter schools. He believes in privatization. This is about privatization of a public resource. This is the third busiest port on the West Coast. It is absolutely preposterous to talk about building a ballpark on a facility that is toxic. All we have to do is to look at the scenario that's been played out in San Francisco, at the former naval shipyard in Hunters Point, and also at Treasure Island. We're here to speak against SB 293 and AB 1191. I find it very curious that Mr. Fisher has not said we're going to be able to enhance the Port of Oakland. He has not said that. And the reason, that's one lie he ain't told, because he knows that he's not a shipper. He knows that he's not in the business. This is about a narrative. This is about a scam. Would you please tell me what city has had a construction of a ballpark and condominiums that have brought billions of dollars to that particular municipality? We have had several local economists to poo-poo the $10 billion or $9 billion that Mr. Fisher says will emanate during a 10-year period. These are all lies and falsehoods. But when you're in the city of Oakland with a terrible housing crisis, the streets are terrible, our schools are suffering, but yet the arms are open for turning that port into something that it was not meant to be. That port looks beautiful, yes. You can see the San Francisco skyline, yes. This is the third busiest port. This is the quickest destination from Asia. What are we talking about here? Do we want to see condominium skyboxes along the waterfront and have entities like Schnitzer and entities such as Stevedoring Services America have to make serious compromises? This is an existential threat. This is not hyperbole on my part. You know this based upon the remarks and the analysis that have been given by people like Jack O'Donnell, who is an economist, by people who are in the shipping business, who have told you about how this is going to impact. And I would say this to you, perhaps the city of Oakland is no longer interested in having the Port of Oakland being the third busiest port on the West Coast. Perhaps they're thinking, the vision for us is what Jerry Brown laid out when he talked about the 10K program. Perhaps this is how they see the waterfront now. And they're very comfortable with the waterfront being a port of last resort. My mother's 90 years old. She still receives a pension from the ILWU. I'm here today for future generations to be able to say the same thing. That's right. We think that this is a travesty of justice. We're not going to allow this laying down. This would not be the first time that we've seen the developer interest in this particular municipality control the dialogue and the politics. They think it's a done deal. They got a long way to go. And I caution you on this. They are going to come back and say, in order for these numbers to work, we're going to need more money to clean up this place. They're going to get you on the hook, like you on crack cocaine, because everybody is buying into the drinking the Kool-Aid. This is awful. And I'm happy to say that I'm here standing up on the behalf of the working class in this particular city. I'm standing up for the working class, not only on the waterfront, but for people who would like to have living wages. Thousands upon thousands of people have applied for a limited number of longshore jobs. And the reason why they do, these are school teachers, lawyers, various people want to have this job because they understand it's one of the best blue-collar jobs in the United States of America. Right. And I'm here to tell you, it's worth fighting for. So all of those within my voice, understand this. These people want to change zoning laws in order to accommodate a proposal that is pretty much illegal. That's why they're voting here today. They want to change it. And they want to be able to say, oh, this is special circumstances. We can streamline this. This is taking away our vote. Why do we have industrial areas in the first place? To protect the interest of the public. I loved my job. My job was also a dangerous job with toxicity on the premises, and I knew that every day that I went to work. And now you're talking about building an amusement park and condominiums. We can see what's going to play out here. Thank you for your time and energy. And please.
What about Nancy Skinner? I mean, you have some Democratic politicians who say they represent working people, and they're the ones pushing this bill. What do you think about it? Has she talked to ILWU and other unions about this?
She had a representative to talk with us, but let me just respond to your question. It's very easy to say that I support working people. The Central Labor Council is endorsing this particular deal. But you know what I find very interesting? Where are those workers? Where are those workers right now telling you how wonderful these things are? I can tell you this. There is a link between the Democratic Party and labor, okay? And so there's a lot of things that people say simply because of the fact that they get money and support from the unions. But are they really representing our interest? The answer to that question is no. And that's what we're here today, is to set the record straight. Let's talk about living wages. What do you think a living wage is today? You think it's $15 an hour? You think it's 30? Or do you think it's 50? Do you realize that people who make $300,000 today in San Francisco are looking at the prospect of paying $1.25 million for a home? And that's good wages, 300 grand. Let's talk about Oakland. You should be able to live in those apartments at Brooklyn Basin, which go from $2,500 to $4 grand a month. How much income, brother, do you need in order to live in a place like that? I'm thinking $40 or $50 an hour. Not 12, not 15, and not 20. Okay? So some people think $15 an hour, well, that's good. It's not good for me and my family. And it's not good for the people who stand behind us. I want everybody to understand, I'm not saying that there isn't dignity in work. But I ask each and every one of you here, how much is your time per hour? What do you think is fair? We as longshore workers are responsible for the movement of cargo, making that port efficient, safe, and productive. And we work 24/7 in order to make that happen. The clothes on your back, the shoes on your feet, the food that you eat, the car that you drive, the gasoline that you use, all comes off of a ship. And we deserve every nickel and penny that we get. And I'm proud to say, yes, some of our members make 6 figures and above. And we pay for those jobs with our lives.
Yes, we do.
We pay for it with our lives. But we also understand this. The global economy is here to stay. And we are the workers that are most critical to that global economy. They can't just replace us with anybody. They're trying to do it with robots. But the robots have learned how to do the job from us. So we got copyrights on that.
Okay. My name is Keith Shanklin. I am the president of Local 34. And I'm also the interested party in this. Right here I have in my hand is the 2 bills that we are opposed of. One from Senator Skinner and one from Assemblyman Bonta. Why is a senator from Berkeley writing a proposal for a ballpark in Oakland? Is it because she got the power to push this through? Or is it because there's some hidden details. Now, Mayor Schaaf been continually pressing the fact that there is not going to be any public money used to build this ballpark.
Yeah, right.
But she didn't say about the infrastructure. See, the devils are in the details. If you look at the bill, which is Senate Bill 293 and Assembly Bill 1191, you can go on the internet, look them up, search for yourself, research. The people of West Oakland are being duped into bringing a ballpark downtown West Oakland to tell them that they ain't going to spend no money. Well, usually when you do an upgrade, taxes go up, prices of houses go up, everything goes up. You're going to get priced out of your own place. We are not here to stand with Mayor Schaaf. We are here to stand against Mayor Schaaf and her dishonesty towards the people of Oakland. We have stood side by side Mayor Schaaf when she went for her first appointment to the mayor of Oakland. But we found that her politics was nowhere in the course of labor. This is a labor project. We are looking forward to the fight. We're not running away from it. We don't have the deep pockets like the Oakland A's. We don't have the deep pockets like the people who want to invest their money in. But we do have one thing. We have all these people behind us. And we're not going to take this lying down, and we're not going to take this without a fight. If she wants our docks, come on, we're ready. We're not going to stand away, but we're going to stand tall, we're going to lock arms, and we're going to march side by side and keep our jobs because they belong to us. This is our port. We built this port, not her. We own this port, not her. Those are our docks, not hers. While we out there sweating in the middle of the night, bringing in tennis shoes, her dress clothes, brushes, combs, whatever you need, it comes to our ports. You want to close that down? Well, guess what? We're not going to let you close it down. We're going to stand tall, and we're going to stand with the fight, and we believe in our cause. And we have a number of people behind us. So bring your fight, and we're ready for you.